We begin this night with breaking news. After another day of massive continuous explosions inside of Gaza, Israel's full-scale ground assault could begin at any moment. Now, coming up, we're going to take you live to southern Israel, where the charred remains of innocent women burned alive by Hamas were located in a small town. The atrocities being discovered are getting more and more depraved every single day, day after day. So far, the State Department has now confirmed there are 22 Americans that are among the 1,200-plus victims of last weekend's attack. Many others are currently being held as hostages by the same barbaric terrorists who crossed over into southern Israel to shoot civilians, burn down their homes, take women as sex slaves, and now multiple U.S. news agencies, in fact, have confirmed that dozens of children and babies were mutilated, murdered, even decapitated by these Hamas terrorists. Now, every day more bodies are found by recovery teams in small towns, rural communities all across Israel. And today, after a very quiet weekend, well, Joe Biden shuffled on out to the podium at the White House to declare that he will not be silent in the wake of these barbaric attacks. Take a look.
Remind us all that expression I learned from my dad early on. Silence is complicity. Silence is complicity. It really is. And I want you to know, I think you've already figured it out, I refuse to be silent. I know you refuse to be silent as well.
Joe, if you don't want to be complicit, I have one piece of advice. That $6 billion that you paid for 5 Americans in ransom to Iran, make sure that money is returned to that bank in South Korea, and don't give them a penny. Don't give them access to any of that money, which we all know is fungible. Now, he's silent on whether or not he will refreeze this $6 billion that his administration just transferred to a bank in Qatar to be transferred to the mullahs of Iran. The president of Iran saying, you're not going to tell us how we can spend it. And this, of course, that ransom for those 5 American hostages, the very same mullahs, by the way, who funded, organized, helped coordinate this weekend's terrorist attacks. Biden is also silent about his anti-Semitic friends in his party, the Democratic Party, like Congresswoman Tlaib. Joe has no problem constantly, never-ending, demonizing Trump supporters every day. MAGA Republicans this, MAGA Republicans that, day in, day out. God forbid he would take a minute to criticize real bigots and anti-Semites in his own Democratic Party. Congresswoman Tlaib was born in Michigan. She flies a Palestinian flag outside of her office after this all took place. She once said that the Holocaust gave her a calming feeling. In remarks that Tlaib now says, oh, they were misinterpreted. Well, can somebody explain to me, how do you possibly misinterpret those comments? She also called for a boycott of Israel, wants the U.S. to cut off all aid to the world's only Jewish state, the only democracy in the region, along with other squad bigots that she frequents with. Tlaib frequently vilifies Israel, rarely ever has anything bad to say about terrorist groups like Hamas. This week, Fox Business reporter Hillary Vaughn actually tracked Tlaib down on Capitol Hill to see if she would have the moral courage to condemn the terrorist group for beheading babies. After questioning her again and again and again, no such luck. The Democratic Congresswoman just couldn't bring herself to say a bad word about Hamas and asked specifically about decapitating babies' heads. Watch this.
Terrorists have cut off babies' heads and burned children alive. Do you support Israel's rights to defend themselves against this brutality?
We're just going to go through here.
You can't comment about Hamas terrorists chopping off babies' heads? Do you condone what Hamas has done, chopping off babies' heads, burning children alive, raping women in the street? You have no comment about children's heads being chopped off? Congressman, why do you have the Palestinian flag outside your office if you do not condone what Hamas terrorists have done to Israel? Do Israeli lives not matter to you?
Speaks volumes, doesn't it? Kids beheaded, burned alive, young women abducted, raped, grandmas, grandpas shot in the head, and Tlaib has no comment. In a statement, she later called her critics racist and said she doesn't support the targeting and killing of civilians, whether in Israel or Palestine. Still no condemnation of Hamas, this act of terror. Now, what we're watching is evil in our time. I've often found, I wrote a book, Deliver Us from Evil, that it is very hard for good people, people with a heart, a conscience, and a soul, to understand the nature of evil. Well, our very own Bill Malugin, I thought he had a really good point earlier today. He said, quote, in 2019, Representative Tlaib got emotional at a hearing on migrant children being separated from their parents at the border and called it traumatic and inhumane. And yet today, no comment, no reaction when asked about Israeli children being beheaded by Hamas terrorists. But for some reason, no one in the Democratic Party is even willing to criticize Tlaib. That's interesting, too. That speaks volumes as well. Take a look.
Mr. Leader, should Rashida Tlaib still have the Palestinian flag up?
This is America. You're allowed to wear the flag that you prefer.
I think she has every right to have that Palestinian flag.
I'm not going to comment on Rashida. She's a great friend of mine.
She's Palestinian. You know, that doesn't mean she's a terrorist. It doesn't mean that she condones this.
Really? Why didn't she just say the simple words? Democratic Party, they have a big problem. And it's not just Tlaib. America's far-left bigots have been crawling out of the woodwork in alarming numbers after this weekend's attacks in Dearborn, Michigan. Last night, a massive rally taking place, what? In support of Hamas. There have been other similar rallies in New York and California, D.C., even Washington State. And here's a woman even holding up a swastika. Multiple university campuses are also hosting pro-Hamas rallies. This includes one college in California that featured a Hamas terrorist on a flyer. The same, paragliding terrorist published by the Chicago Black Lives Matter chapter there. And, of course, we have already reported about the numerous student groups and student leaders at places like Harvard, UVA, Columbia, other schools who'd published deeply anti-Semitic statements and defending Hamas. New York NYU Student Bar Association president just had a job offer rescinded after blaming Israel, the victim of terror, and Israel alone for being the victim of terror. Now, for this weekend's barbaric terror attacks. But it's not just students spewing this vile rhetoric. One Yale professor, with publications at the New York Times and the Washington Post tweeting the following, quote, settlers are not civilians. This isn't hard. She is now, excusing the murder of innocent, unarmed men, women, children. And she's teaching your kids at an Ivy League institution like Yale. The anti-Semitism and hatred on the left has become now so pronounced, even fake Jake Tapper over at Fake News CNN, even he's starting to notice. Wow, the light went on there for once. Take a look.
These last few days have been a real eye-opening period for a lot of people, a lot of Democrats, a lot of progressives, in terms of anti-Semitism on the left. A lot of people who seem more shocked at dehumanizing language used by world leaders to describe Hamas than what Hamas actually perpetrated on Saturday.
Now, we have a debate coming up. Cornel West and Alan Dershowitz, they will be here to debate this rise of anti-Semitism in academia and the Democratic Party. Right now, our focus is on southern Israel tonight. And as we speak, hundreds of thousands of Israeli soldiers, they are now preparing for what looks like an imminent ground war response by Israel. Why? Because the very existence of Israel is hanging in the balance. Think about it. If Hamas laid down their arms right now and they surrendered, there would be peace. But if Israel laid down its arms, there would be no more Israel. Think about that. Make no mistake. This is what this conflict is all about. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.